the first story of the day that kind of broke over the last, I want to say, hour and a half or so, right around like the first I saw of this was roughly noon Pacific time. Roughly noon Pacific time. As it looks like, well, the man that produced both main event matches at WrestleMania, I guess you could say, the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match, and I mean, technically, Owens and Austin was the main event match, but some are trying to say that that was a segment that turned into a match. So the real main event match was Ronda Charlotte. But this man produced both matches. Roman Brock, Ronda Charlotte, and that's Pat Buckridge, known as Pat Buck. Pat Buck has reportedly put WWE, as multiple sources are stating that Monday, Pat Buck informed the company that he was done. Buck, who produced Roman Reigns vs. Brock Lesnar with Michael Hayes and Ronda Rousey vs. Charlotte Flair, informed the company Monday afternoon that he was departing. The word making the rounds is that Buck stated that, well, with the matches he got to produce over the weekend at WrestleMania 38, he had achieved his goals of producing main events on the biggest show of the year, and now he needs to refocus his energies on his family. Something the current WWE schedule, well, won't allow him to do. Because if you think about it, if you're a wrestler on the roster, you're working, say you're on the Raw roster, you work maybe Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then you're good for the rest of the week for the most part. If you're on SmackDown, you work Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, and then again, you're good till the next week. But if you're the producers are basically working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Then they're home for like a day and a half, and they're flying back out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And so it's like, I get it. I get that you need more time with your family. And in this write-up from Mike Johnson on PW Insider, he says, beyond his duties as a producer, 38-year-old Pat Buck was also working in talent relations and had been the liaison between the company and independent talent that were booked as extras at pay-per-views and television tapings. He had also been scouting new talent as well. So Pat Buck was actually doing way more than just producing for WWE. If you don't know who Pat Buck is, Pat Buck actually operates the Creative Pro Wrestling Academy in New Jersey and Long Island with Brian Myers. Yeah, that Brian Myers. He signed with WWE as a producer back in 2019 after he was a, no offense, moderately successful independent wrestler who's actually had a lot of praise for training guys. I mean, Creative Pro has trained some of the top names in wrestling today. I mean, MJF and Chris Statlander came from Creative Pro, the school with him and Brian Myers. I think he also, I'm not sure if he trained at, like it was a trainer, or if he was just a wrestler at OVW. But I know he did a stint at OVW, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now if he was a coach trainer there or if he just wrestled at OVW. But the word going around is Buck will not be at tonight's Monday Night Raw tapings. And again, informed the company this afternoon that he quit and is already gone. So he will not be doing some sort of, hey, I'm going to say my goodbyes at Raw and then I'm done. No. He produced that match last night in the main event of WrestleMania, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, made the decision, I'm done, and informed the company today, bye-bye, I guess you could say. So we'll see what happens with Pat Buck, whether he shows up somewhere else eventually, whether he comes back to WWE. We don't know if this was a, amicable thing. I probably said the wrong word. No, I probably said that word wrong. But we don't know how things went in him saying, I'm done. Was the door left open? Was it, oh, fuck you, shut the door, Vince says I never want to talk to you again? I don't know. That's something that we haven't heard. If it's bad terms they left on, good terms they left on, door shut, door open, whatnot. So if we do hear anything else on Pat Buck, main eventing probably two of the biggest matches of the weekend as far as how they were positioned. I mean, he not main evented, but produced. If we hear anything on him after having such a successful weekend, I'll have it for you right here. So, again, kudos to Pat Buck for knowing, hey, I just achieved something really big in the second part of my career, or maybe that technically third part of my career as a producer, because he went wrestler, trainer, producer. Like, I hit the peak. I produced 2 main event caliber matches at WrestleMania. Now it's time for the fam. So we'll see how it all does go. Again, kudos to Pat Buck for knowing, hey, what is more important in his life at this moment.